Among the emerging figures in the world of contemporary architecture is Alejandro Aravena. Alejandro Gaston Aravena Mori was born on June 22, 1967 in Santiago, Chile. Aravena earned a degree in architecture in 1992 from the Pontifical Catholic University of Chile in Santiago and continued his studies in Italy at IUAV, or University of Architecture in Venice. He established his practice, Alejandro Aravena Architects, in 1994, following the opening of his own design studio in 1994. In 2001, he founded Elemental SA in Santiago, where he has been executive director since 2006. Elemental Design Studio promotes the improvement of social conditions, operating in the sectors of infrastructures, public space, and housing through the creation of experimental works for the marginalized in Chile and Mexico. Often working in extreme situations and with limited resources, Aravena has particularly focused on the poorer communities through social housing complexes with hundreds of dwellings. He was involved in a series of building projects like the Mathematics School way back in 1999. The Faculty of Mathematics of the Catholic University of Santiago occupied two neutral and schematic structures of the 1970s and needed a new building for its administration department and for the faculty, without a predetermined location. So the project took as a point of departure the decision to join to those two structures by inserting a new piece between them, generating a single building that fulfills three conditions to guarantee good performance. And the Technology Center, a structure that appears to be two buildings conjoined and thus dubbed as the Shamsi Towers 2005. So, the Shamsi Towers, built in 2005, are the result of a project commissioned by the Catholic University of Chile to house all its computer systems and related spaces in a glass tower with a very technological appearance. The project ponders on the integration of the new technologies in education and offers very different learning spaces, a base that is relief of sloping wood surfaces for casual conversations, and study or computer rooms where abundant natural light is transformed into a half light to prevent reflections on the computer screens. Another trivia is that the hallmark of the firm is a participatory design process, which is defined as incremental design based on community engagement and self-build. A participatory design approach was also adopted for this, involving the community in the design phase through public participation at meetings which produced expansions, integration, reclamation, and assemblies. From 2000 to 2005, Aravena taught at the Harvard Graduate School of Design in Cambridge, Massachusetts in the US. While in Cambridge, Aravena partnered with transport engineer Andres Lacobelli to establish Elemental in 2001, a do tank as opposed to a think tank for architectural projects that would have a lasting social impact, civic buildings, public space, infrastructure and transportation initiatives, and some private commissions. One of the completed works of Aravena is the Quinta Monroy Housing Project in Aquiqua. The Quinta Monroy Housing Project is Aravena's first example of incremental design. Faced with the task of resettling 100 families, Aravena built rows of affordable social housing structures that were only half built. The completed structures included all the necessities and difficult parts of the home that a normal family would never be able to build on their own, such as the plumbing, kitchen, and bathrooms. The families who had the freedom to tailor it to their own needs finished the second half of the structures. The Shamsi Towers at the San Joaquin campus is also one of the completed and famous works of Aravena. Like their name suggests, the Shamsi Towers comprise a pair of conjoined buildings, one housing classrooms and the other comprising office space. The project was one of many Aravena completed for the Universidad Católica de Chile. Another one is the Children's Bicentennial Park in Santiago. Aravena brought a much-needed spot of green to Santiago with the 4-hectare Children's Bicentennial Park, which is an interactive landscape built on the hillside. The park includes sculptures, jungle gyms, and long walking paths. The park was built as part of a program to celebrate Chile's bicentennial. The Las Cruces Pilgrim Lookout Point in Jalisco. Completed in 2010, this 148 square meter concrete lookout point is located along the annual pilgrimage route that traverses the mountain range of Jalisco, Mexico. Located on the highest point of the trail, the king structure overlooks beautiful panoramic views of the valley and offers a place of rest. The post-tsunami Sustainable Reconstruction Plan of Constitution. On February 27, 2010, Chile was ravaged by an 8.8 earthquake and tsunami. Aravena created a master plan to rebuild the city of Constitution. He and his team at Elemental completed the plan in 100 days, which includes improved access to public space and was created with the help of the public. The master plan is currently still in progress. St. Edward's University dorms in Austin. Aravena fit 300 dorm beds and social areas for the St. Edward's campus on a narrow lot. Arranged like a cloister, the concrete building, which looks plain from the exterior, encloses a central gathering space surrounded by bright red glass facade. The Novartis office building in Shanghai. The Novartis office building, currently under construction, was created to encourage knowledge creation and foster interaction between the users. The site-sensitive building responds to the local climate and is built with passive solar principles. The structure is clad in reclaimed brick, while the north facade features openings to let indirect light seep into the offices. In his architectural understanding, Aravena emphasizes the importance of scarcity of means to fight arbitrariness. Following the minimalism style but with a unique understanding of it, he argues for a reduction to the most elemental. Breaking the task down to the most necessary resources is pioneering design and methodology. Through this approach, each component of his proposal acquires a heightened significance since the breaking down makes everything indispensable. Two of the famous awards of Alejandro Aravena is the Royal Institute of British Architects (RIBA), which has announced that the Chilean architect Alejandro Aravena will receive the 2018 Charles Jenks Award. Established in 2003, the award recognizes an individual or practice that has made recent contributions to the theory and practice of architecture. Next is the socially minded architect Alejandro Aravena has become the first Chilean to win the prestigious Pritzker Architecture Prize. The jury citation praised his application of a design philosophy including citizens as part of the solution and not part of the problem, creating bridges of trust between people, government, and business.
Changing the word responsibility by the word freedom. Second, if I would give an advice would be as nerd as possible.